Knicks family, what's poppin'? It's your boy. And here we are on Knicks Weekly. Another week down, ladies and gentlemen. At least last week is down. We're starting a new week here. But we're on Knicks Weekly tonight, and I'm on YouTube and I'm on SportsCastr at the same time right now. But be aware, folks on YouTube, I will be going specifically to SportsCastr in about 15 minutes. So I'm going to give you a little bit of what's going on. And then we'll switch over to SportsCastr and you can join me over there on SportsCastr. All right. So if you don't know what SportsCastr is, take a moment and learn. Go into the comment section or the description of this video, not the comment section. Go into the description of this video and click on the link that's in there. And, it'll take you straight to the video that's on SportsCastr. And you'll be able to follow along there, either now or when this video is gone. All right, so make sure that you join me on SportsCastr, ladies and gentlemen. I got my man Nick joining me in the chat, and hopefully we'll get some more people. Isaiah's joining me in the chat. We got Kevin in the chat. Good. So we got a nice little crew lined up. All right, and we're going to get down and dirty and talk some New York Knicks. And then directly after this, ladies and gentlemen, at 10:30, we'll be breaking down the New York Knicks versus the Indiana Pacers, Game 7 of the 1994 Eastern Conference Finals. So let me bring my crew over here and see what's up with these guys, and we're going to start talking Knicks and anything that's going on this week, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get these guys over here. All right. My man Kev, what's going on, Kev?
Hey, Sim, how you feeling, man? Everything's
I'm chilling,
everything.
man. I'm feeling pretty good. Nick, Isaiah, how you guys doing?
Good, man. Good.
Nick just interrupted me. Everything is good, man. I'm about to make some tacos. It's Taco Tuesday. So,
Taco Tuesday. This guy, man, this guy's always cooking something up, man. He's always cooking something up.
So can I say something real quick? I told myself I'm making a vow that I'm not buying takeout anymore. I'm not buying takeout. I have to cook. I have to force myself to cook.
Okay. All right. That's what's up. Are you driving? Did you take the proper precautions while you were out? Did you wear a mask? Did you use gloves?
Yeah. The gloves right here.
Do you have hand sanitizer?
So can I say something real quick? I told myself I'm making a vow that I'm not buying takeout anymore.
Hold up, 1 second. Let me. I don't know what happened there. Somebody. Oh, okay, there you go. He muted it.
Did you take the... Yeah, but I got the gloves. I didn't get the mask, but I got the gloves. So, you need to go ahead and take care of yourself, man. Go ahead and take care of yourself. Get everything that you need. Have a mask, gloves. You know what I'm saying? Social distance. Do the stuff you got to do. Sanitizer, though.
All right. Okay. All right. I mean, if you have to go out, do the things you got to do to take care of yourself and others, man.
I'm making tacos for everybody. I'm taking tacos for Kevin, Nick, you.
I'm talking about while you're out and about.
Okay, I can roll with that.
No,
I'm making shrimp and chicken tacos tonight.
I guarantee you after this, Isaiah is going to be farting on the show.
First of all,
probably will.
First of all, Kevin Garnett, you need to chill out. Kevin Garnett, you need to chill out. I ain't gonna be farting. I only fart when, First of all, what are we talking about? Jesus is good.
I forgot ladies don't fart.
They don't.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Hey, give Nick some butter because he's on a roll tonight.
Can I just do one quick education point right quick about the gloves?
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right. No. So remember, the big concern when it comes to coronavirus is that you could give it to someone else, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
If I go out, I'm a nurse, and the way people do things with gloves always concern me because each person that I interact with at work, I change my gloves after each person. Okay. Whenever, say Isaiah just touched like the tacos, right? and he doesn't like that brand, but it has coronavirus on it. Then he goes touch another brand. He just effectively put the coronavirus on something else. Right. Okay.
The devil is a liar. That wasn't me.
Well, that's just all right. Okay. But all I'm saying is wear the mask. That's the most important thing. Hand sanitize as much as possible. The glove part, you might protect yourself, but then you might give it to someone else. It's like a false sense of security, but then you're still spreading it around because you're really supposed to sanitize between each interaction. Oh, so that's the big thing.
Okay.
Just a little PSA, all right?
That's good to know. Okay. That's good to know. Yeah. Anyway. No, I mean, that's really good information to know.
Yeah, thanks, Nick.
Good information.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Yeah. But did you guys see the article in the paper about Chris Childs and Latrell Sprewell?
Yes, sir.
I didn't read the whole thing, so I'm going to read it here.
I saw the headlines and I avoided reading it, man.
You said you saw the headline, but you didn't read it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't read it either, but the headline is James Dolan pawn shot at center of ex-Knicks teammates drama. So apparently Latrell Sprewell and Chris Childs have some drama going on between the two. I don't exactly know what it is or why it is, right? But they have some drama going on. All right, and this is the article. The article is from Mark Berman. It says former Knicks point guard Chris Childs ripped ex-teammate Latrell Sprewell for being a pawn in the Charles Oakley saga. Sprewell showed up sitting next to owner James Dolan at the Knicks home game after Oakley was ejected and arrested at the Garden in February 2017. Sprewell had been estranged from the franchise since being traded in 2003, but sat baseline for that Knicks Spurs game. Dolan sat in the middle, flanked by Sprewell and Bernard King. Appearing on CBS Sports Radio on Sunday, Childs said he's been turned off by the Knicks since those two incidents. It was disrespectful not only to Oak, but to me as well, said Childs, who played for the Knicks from 96 to 2001. Very much so I was bothered. Oak and I talked about it. I'm not sure how I would have behaved if I was there. I probably would have been arrested as well. Childs said he and Oakley are still very good friends, or still good friends. It seemed none of the guys who played for the Knicks, Patrick Ewing, I don't think he spoke on Oak's behalf. Chris Childs said Sprewell showing up when he was away from the team for many years. I knew that was a photo op, but it was really disturbing. It was unfortunate he allowed himself to be a pawn in that situation. Now, in fairness, the former Knicks public relations director, Jonathan Sopranowicz, had been working on a reconciliation between Sprewell and Dolan for 3 years. Of course, the timing was no coincidence. Of course not. Childs said the Knicks' fortunes probably won't change until Dolan sells the team. How they treated Oakley when they threw him out of the arena affects how I think about management. Until that changes, I don't think anything positive is going to happen until there's a change at the top. Oakley's defamation lawsuit against Dolan was thrown out of federal court last month, although a confidential mediation hearing was held by phone last week. Meanwhile, Sprewell, who was never teammates with Oakley, has made several alumni appearances for the Knicks since the Oakley incident.
Hey, Sim?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, real quick. They were teammates together, and remember when we were up on Miami 3-1, and then all of a sudden they came back and won that 4 games to 3 when we left the bench. They were teammates together back then.
Okay,
so that was a lie right there.
Okay. Well, that wasn't Chris. That was Mark Berman saying that they weren't teammates. But,
right. You know, but it's just like you always say, getting Knicks for clicks, all that other BS and everything. All right, keep going. Yeah, I'm sorry.
And I think really for Chris Childs, I feel like Chris Childs is trying to get himself into sports talk radio. right? That's what he's doing right now. He's trying to get into sports talk radio. He wants to be a commentator someplace, somehow, some way. So he's making any appearance he can. And he's saying whatever he can, to get himself noticed. I for one don't care about his opinion.
Right.
He's just really trying to get himself noticed. And maybe look, when is the last time Chris Childs was asked to come back to the Garden? I don't think ever, was he?
Zero.
Yeah. Zero. But you're right, Kev. Just another way to have Knicks for clicks, right? Another way to use the Knicks name, knowing that if you mention the New York Knicks, it's going to get in the newspaper and your name is going to get out there somehow, some way.
Yeah, let me just say this, Sim. I for one, I know Dolan has done a lot of crap in the in the past, dealing, meddling in basketball operations. But ever since he put Phil Jackson in control, he has stayed out the whole way. The only times he stepped in was to let Phil go, and recently to let Steve Mills go. So he has really stayed out of the whole basketball operations, between that and also in hockey as well. So these younger players, they see what's going on from the commentators and feed off of that. And I'm sorry, this whole thing with Oakley, me personally, I don't know whatever other people think, I think he has a drinking problem. Because
Oakley dumb as hell.
I was listening to he was on Knicks Fan TV. I heard that whole interview, and he was trying to come at the two guys that were conducting the interview. We asked you to come on. We didn't. You're here to clear your name, and you trying to go against us, really? And just the way he was talking, it just sounded, it sounded like an alcoholic. I'm sorry, I'm going to call him an alcoholic. He did not sound it. And if you listen to the interview, that's exactly how he sounded. So for him but again, people, see what happened, what he did at the Garden, and then feed off of that. And that's all I'm going to say about it.
Oakley crazy.
Yeah. Wayne, how you doing, man? What do you think about it? Chris Childs, and all the stuff he's talking.
But Oakley and Sprewell never played together.
No, not Oakley and Sprewell. I meant Oakley and Childs. I must have heard it wrong. I apologize.
Oh yeah, Oakley and Childs played together, but Oakley and Sprewell never
Childs played together for a few years.
Yeah.
So I'm doing okay. But
how you feel about this Chris Childs thing, man? Just trying to get his name out there.
Where the hell you at? Walking in your crib?
Yeah. How you feel about it, Wayne?
A whole lot of nothing.
Basically.
Really, that's how I really feel about it. A whole lot of nothing.
Basically.
That says so much.
Right. Right. It says a whole lot. Just a bunch of nothing, right? Just a bunch of trash.
That's the way I feel about it. A whole lot of nothing. Charles, I guess, I wish he would just drop it, and I wish they would let him back in the Garden.
Let Oakley back in the Garden?
Yeah, I would love to see Oak back in the Garden.
Me too.
Yeah, him and James Dolan, whatever they have going on, I don't know if they solved it or not. They went to mediation. They're gonna have to get past it, and then do something at the Garden, sit next to each other at the Garden or something like that. Whenever they get past it, make the fans happy.
I don't care if they sit together or not. I just love to see Oak back in the Garden. That's James Dolan just a big baby, man. I don't know what we got to do to get rid of him.
It's not happening, bro. I can guarantee you that it's not happening.
I know it ain't happening.
It's not happening. He's gonna be there for a while.
But here's the thing. Why do we really want to get rid of Dolan? Dolan really hasn't done anything.
It's just a little petty.
I think it's more about Kevin. I think it's more about the culture that he allows to happen within the Knicks. Now, with the Rangers, obviously, it's a different story, right? But within the Knicks, it seems like the culture is just bad, and doesn't start with him. That's the thing. Doesn't start with James Dolan.
When he gets in the spats with Oakley and Spike Lee and the fans, it's just not a good look.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's still not a good look.
Ahead,
exactly. He was wrong too. Spike was dead wrong too.
Yeah, tell State of New York I'm unmuting him. He's unmuted. State of New York, you're unmuted, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're unmuted.
Yo, Sim, what's good? Sim, what's good,
I'm good,
man?
brother. I'm good.
I was just saying, they Oakley wrong. Only wrong because he compared what James Dolan do to slavery. He has a 30-year man. Very disrespectful for you to compare anything what James Dolan do to slavery. For one, I'm 30 years old. I'm gonna assume that everybody's older than me who's an older Knicks fan. James Dolan puts black, he puts African Americans. Well,
You act like
okay,
it.
cool. All right, cool. But James Dolan puts prominent. You know, my fault.
Yeah, you come over here. I'll put you on.
I gotta mute Isaiah. My fault.
Yeah,
but James Dolan puts
mute that guy so you can talk.
Yeah, James Dolan puts prominent black men in roles. You know, he hires Scott Perry, he hires David Fisdale, he puts all these people in the forefront. The only issue I have with James Dolan is when he hires people, he don't hire the proper people. He always trusts the wrong person.
I can go with that.
It's like you're a CEO of a company and you want your company to do well, but you keep hiring ridiculous managers and supervisors to oversee your company, which is stupid. So I feel like the narrative is painted by the media who dislikes Dolan. And I read up a lot on this about Dolan. A lot of the people that Dolan bans from the Garden is people that is what's the writers for the media outlets?
The Daily News, New York Daily News.
For the Daily News, bing. For the Daily News, and those is people that Dolan fired. So it's obvious that they all got an agenda against Dolan, and then people run with it, and people just run with it. I have no issues with James Dolan.
Thank you.
The only thing I want James Dolan to do is build a top basketball team the organic way, shut up, and sign the checks and stay out the way. That's it. I don't need him to speak to the media. That's it.
But I don't know if he. But see, that's the thing. I don't know if he can do that. I don't know if. I mean, obviously he's not making hopefully he's not making basketball decisions. But somewhere along the line, somehow, some way, James Dolan's name is going to get in the media. Some of it is warranted. Some of it is not warranted. You know what I'm saying?
But Sim, one more thing, and then you could go to the next person. If somebody comes into your restaurant establishment and tells you food stinks, you're not going to kick them out your establishment.
I mean,
people gotta stop this narrative of just attack Dolan all the time. Like, leave him outside of it. Ever since he hired Phil Jackson, and I agree with you, Kevin, Dolan has not said a word. You think Dolan called Scott Perry and those guys up? Yeah, get me Julius Randle. Yeah, let's sign Bobby Portis for $15 million. It's hard to watch. I'm tired of James.
I mean, listen, like, I understand, and I muted you because your phone is breaking up a little bit. I don't know if it's because you're moving around, but it's breaking up a little bit. But I understand, with Dolan, and if I owned an establishment and someone came in and said that, a small business establishment, yeah, I tell them, all right, well, get to moving. You don't need to be in here. But when when you have 20,000 fans saying the same thing, chanting the same thing, to spotlight one person, unless that person is just like really being belligerent, you know what I'm saying? If that person's really being belligerent, then okay, all right, you're out of here. But to spotlight one person just doesn't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Instead of spotlighting a person, come out and make a statement, say, listen, I understand your frustration, but we're working on making a change. what I'm saying? Kicking somebody out, somebody, a fan out. Now, I'm not talking about Charles Oakley, but I'm talking about a fan kicking out a fan. To me, it just makes the matters worse every time he does it. You know what I'm saying?
But Sam, let me ask you this question: if fans come up to you and say, "Hey, sell the team," what you gonna say?
I mean, you can easily just keep walking, bro.
That's my only reason.
I mean, the thing is this, right? Although he's not an entertainer, he's in the entertainment business, right? And you understand that fans are going to say, you got to understand that fans are going to say things. People are going to do things. If you're a small business owner, you own a little coffee shop and someone comes in and is like, oh, this is trash in here. They buy the coffee, but this is trash. You need to sell the shop. Then you're like, well, get out my shop, right? It's a small business, right? But when you got 20,000 fans and you're in the entertainment business, you got to be able to let some things slide off your back.
Hey, Stem, I'll say this. Unless he was Donald Sterling or Marge Schott that owned the Cincinnati Reds, unless he was those two, I got no issue with him. Okay.
All right. That's cool. Well, check this out. Let me talk to some of my people over here on YouTube real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm heading over to exclusively SportsCastr. All right, and we're going to talk about zone. We're going to talk about this young draft pick prospect, Kira Lewis Jr. So make sure you join me on SportsCastr right now because I'm heading over there. I just put the link in the YouTube chat, and the link is also in the description of the video. Okay? So again, I always do Knicks Weekly on SportsCastr. So make sure you jump over to SportsCastr to check out the remainder of the show. Again, we're going to talk about, we'll continue talking about Dolan. We're going to talk about Zoe. And what are we going to do with Zoe? And then we're going to talk about Kira Lewis Jr. And then anything else that comes up in regards to the Knicks. And we'll also talk about the NBA, the possibility of the NBA not coming back for the remainder of the season. So ladies and gentlemen, head over to SportsCastr right now. The link is in the YouTube chat. The link is also in the description of this video. All right, head over there right now. I will see you there, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go ahead and bring this on over. See you at SportsCastr, ladies and gentlemen.